Baker Mayfield, systems quarterback. That's cute. Let me give you guys a little illustration about Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns. They came back in 1999. Now, since they came back in 99, quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, whether it be drafted, signed, free agency, it didn't matter. They got them, they put them on the field, and that field ate them up. Every quarterback, it ate them up. Whether it be a number one pick, Tim Couch, or a Super Bowl quarterback, Jake Delhomme. It ate them up. Jeff Garcia, Kelly Holcomb, Tim Couch, it just ate them up. Ate them up. Spit them out. And their careers were never the same. Baker Mayfield comes to Cleveland. A little bit of a history here. They were 0-16 the year before. 1-15 the year prior to that. So he comes to Cleveland when the team won one game in 2 years. Because of an inept head coach in Hugh Jackson, who he didn't start, he didn't get a chance to start. He goes 7-7 his rookie year for the same team that won one game in 2 years. He goes 7-7 his rookie year. Sets a touchdown record with 27 in 14 games. And things are looking up. Things are looking up. Second year, they fired Hugh Jackson 6 games into the first year. So he goes from Hugh Jackson to Greg Williams. They fire Greg Williams. The second year, he goes into Freddie Kitchens, the worst possible candidate ever. This guy, if you read up on anything that happened that year, it's amazing that Baker Mayfield had his 22 TDs to 21 interceptions. It's amazing it wasn't worse because Freddie Kitchens was like a fucking pee-wee football team. He was that inept. It was just, you got to read up on it. So people are down on him. And then he gets a real coach last year. He goes 11-5. Wins a playoff game against the Steelers, the arch rival, in Pittsburgh. Down 3 linemen from COVID. Then he goes to KC and he almost pulls off an upset. Almost. And if it wasn't for the terrible play calling by Kevin Stefanski on the final drive and a bad call by the officials, not for the sparing of that one guy, the Browns would have pulled off that upset. How you measure a quarterback is how they play in the playoffs. And Baker played lights out. Now, conversely, Aaron Rodgers has one Super Bowl victory. And hell, that's against Mike Tomlin. Tim Tebow, Blake Bortles to beat Mike Tomlin in the playoffs. It's like winning the Special Olympics. It's nothing. It's not a big feat. Mike Tomlin's a horrible coach. So Aaron Rodgers has one victory in the Super Bowl. And you want me to trade my young stud, Baker Mayfield, for a 37-year-old guy who has one Super Bowl, who choked last year in the playoffs. All he had to do was run. I think not. So what I'm trying to tell you is a city that has eaten up every quarterback for 18 years, didn't matter who they were, and spit them out. A system of dysfunction that ate up every quarterback for 18 years, and spit them out. Baker Mayfield, he broke that system. He broke the dysfunction in Cleveland. So he's a systems quarterback? I laugh. I get a chuckle out of that. And it's usually the usual suspects. Brandon Marshall, Marcellus Wiley. Who's the other guy? There's another guy. I forget. Well, it's the usual suspects that say he's a systems quarterback. Baker Mayfield's a system breaker. He's not a system quarterback. Would I trade Baker Mayfield right now for Aaron Rodgers straight up? 1-on-1? No. And I'm being serious about that. No. I know Aaron Rodgers is a great player, but Baker Mayfield's 24 years old, and he's a stud. I wouldn't trade him for nobody. Not even Mahomes. I know Mahomes is great, but I wouldn't trade him for nobody. In fact, I'll go one step farther. Baker Mayfield's first 3 years, the adversity that he had to face is the toughest adversity any quarterback in league history had to deal with, had to endure. Now, conversely, if the Browns drafted Josh Allen and Baker Mayfield was drafted by the Bills, I'll guarantee you Baker Mayfield's numbers would be a lot better than Josh Allen's numbers are right now in Buffalo. Guaranteed. And Josh Allen, he'd be a backup somewhere in the league because the Browns would have moved on from him. He would have never been able to sustain what Mayfield did. He wouldn't have been able to endure it. And that's not a knock on Josh Allen. That's just a testament to how strong the reserve and to fortify the mind is of Baker Mayfield. He faced the toughest adversity ever. I don't think Josh Allen would have been able to do it. I know Josh Allen's a beast, but in Cleveland, 4 head coaches, 3 different offenses in his first 3 years. I don't know of a quarterback in the National Football League, a rookie, that can endure that. But Baker Mayfield did. He's a system breaker. So yeah, I love Baker Mayfield. He has a head coach now, a real head coach. He has a real front office, not a buddy boy front office. John Dorsey, hey, buddy boy, who wanted to be the star of the show. He has a real front office. He has a professional football organization right now. That's what Baker Mayfield has. And I wouldn't trade him for nobody in the league right now. I know Mahomes is great. I know Aaron Rodgers is great. I know Brady's great. But Baker Mayfield is just as great. His first 2 playoff games showed me what I need to see. This guy can perform under the lights, and he can perform under pressure. I mean, I want you to seriously think about the Cleveland Browns before Baker Mayfield. 2-14, 3-13, 4-12, and just 6-10 every year. Not anymore. Even in Baker's second year, when he had Freddie Kitchens, the clown show, he was 6-10. I mean, to go 6-10 with Freddie Kitchens, that's a pretty marketable feat. That's a pretty marketable feat right there, to be able to go 6-10 with Freddie Kitchens. Think about that. So, for all you Browns fans that think, well, I'll be honest, I don't think there's too many. We have our guy. But for all the fans out there who want to say, oh, Lamar Jackson got an MVP. Imagine being an MVP in the league and 1-3 in the playoffs. Oh, wait. Is it 1-3 or 1-4? I don't know. 1-3. Imagine being the MVP and still, as an organization, not knowing if Lamar Jackson is going to be able to throw the ball properly. I mean, did you ever watch Lamar Jackson throw a football? He's inaccurate. And if he couldn't run, he wouldn't be a starting quarterback. He can't operate from the pocket. The only thing that saves him is this ability, because he has a God-given ability to be the greatest running quarterback ever. And there's no doubt he is. And you know what? For that, Lamar, I'm going to do something for you. I'll take my hat off. Because you are the best running quarterback ever. But you still can't operate from the pocket. You don't scare anybody with your arm. The Ravens are spinning tires with him. They're stuck with him. They can't get rid of him right now. That MVP was the worst thing that happened to him and to the Ravens. Because now it's like they got to fall back on that. He was an MVP because of his running. He had some good numbers passing-wise, but his passes are horrible. I love when people say, we got Lamar Jackson, we got a better quarterback. No, you don't. And Josh Allen's a beast, don't get me wrong. But like I said, I don't think he'd be able to face the adversity Mayfield did. And I'll tell you right now, if Baker Mayfield was in Buffalo right now for the first 3 years of his career, you wouldn't be talking about Josh Allen. You'd be talking about Baker Mayfield because his numbers would look incredible. Baker's got a great offense. Look at all the players he got. Well, according to Pro Football Focus, Nick Chubb's the 5th best running back in the National Football League. The 5th best running back. And our best receivers, 18, and our second best is 21. You don't have top receivers. And our tight end ain't a top tight end. He's not even a top 10. So where's the talent Baker Mayfield has to work with? These are just people on paper. Now, I know they are great players, but according to ProFootball.com, they're not. And by the way, Baker Mayfield's rookie year, he was throwing to Brashard Perriman, Antonio Callaway. I mean, come on. The guy is like Tom Brady. He doesn't need great players. He just needs players to run proper routes. He makes them better. He throws a beautiful ball, and it's easy to catch. So, yeah, Baker Mayfield, you could put me out there running receivers, running routes, and he'll fucking dominate. So, don't tell me he has great players. His rookie year, he was setting records with not great players. So I want you to think about Baker Mayfield his rookie year, goes 7-7, a team that won 1 game in the first 2 years before he came there, and tell me he's a systems quarterback. You know what Baker Mayfield is? He's a system breaker. And I wouldn't trade him for nobody in the league right now, and that's a fact. And I do predict the Browns will win 6 to 8 Super Bowls in his career. I do believe that. I do believe it. We're a top 5 team right now, and we're a very dangerous team. And Kansas City Chiefs are going to find that out first opening day. Watch.